A very good morning, students. Welcome you all to the course 1980B 204 Biomass Conversion. Topic 7 Biomass Utilization. Presented by Dr.V. Uma, Assistant Professor, Department of Agricultural Engineering, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. So in the previous lecture, we saw the global energy demand and it should be replaced by biomass utilization. So biomass provides about 30% of mankind's energy consumption, including much more for domestic use in developing countries, but also significant amount in mature economies. This percentage is comparable to the fossil fuel gases. The domestic use of biofuel as wood, cow dung, and plant residues for cooking is of primary importance for about 50%. The industrial use of bioenergy is currently comparably very small in most of the countries, except in a few agro-based industries such as sugarcane producing countries, where the crop residue after the extraction of juice is utilized as the main biomass fuel for producing electricity to meet its own need, as well as the excess power generated will be sent to the grid, or it is connected to grid. So new energy policy and the decisions taken were the Electricity Act 2003 has been enacted and came into force from June 2003. The objective of this is to introduce competition between the project consumers' interest and provide power for all. The Act provides for national electricity policy, rural electrification, open access and transmission phased, open access and distribution, license-free generation and distribution, power trading, mandatory metering, and stringent penalties for theft of electricity. It is a comprehensive legislation replacing Electricity Act 1910, Electricity Supply Act 1948, and Electricity Regulatory Commission Act 1998. The Electricity Act 2003 has been amended on two occasions by the Electricity Act 2003 and Electricity Act 2007. The aim of this is to push the sector onto a trajectory of sound commercial growth and to enable the states and the center to move in harmony and coordination. If biomass is to be considered as a renewable, growth must at least take pace with use. It is deleterious for local ecology and global climate control that firewood consumption and forest clearing is significantly outpacing tree growth in every increasing areas of the world. The carbon in biomass is obtained from CO2 in the atmosphere via photosynthesis and not from fossil sources. When biomass is burnt and digested, the emitted CO2 is recycled into the atmosphere, so not adding to pollution. So we call that as carbon neutral. So this table shows the renewable energy achievements given by Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Wind power, solar rooftop, small hydropowers, biomass gasifiers, biogas cogeneration, waste to power projects. So these are grid contractive powers, off-grid or captive powers, waste to energy, biomass gasifiers, hybrid systems, solar PV systems. Other renewable energies are family biogas plants, water mills, micro-hydel power generation. World use energy in million tons of oil equivalent. So we could see Asia Pacific uses high amount of coal. In USA they uses oil. In North America, this chart includes major commercially traded fuels only. Although importance in many countries, reliable consumption statistics for fuels such as wood, peat and animal waste are not available. So this is the statistic of world energy. Long-term energy scenario in India. So India's oil demand is 92% increase after 2020. India's electricity demand, peak demand shortage of 14%, energy deficit of 18.4%. To maintain the gross domestic potential, growth rate at 8% to 10% is targeted, and 2,15,804 megawatt of power generation was set by the Government of India. Energy sector reforms. Coal now being allowed to import to meet the domestic requirement. Private sector now allowed to extract and market coal. Goal is to provide the coal on larger scale at lower prices. Encourage competitiveness and technical innovations. Oil and natural gas. The private sector allowed to import and market LPG and kerosene freely. The introduction of new exploration and licensing policies to promote exploration and production of domestic oil and gas, refining sector open to private and foreign investors, attract terms to investors towards construction of LPG imported terminals. Power sector reforms, electric central electric regulatory commissions set up for regulating central power generation utilization, state level regulatory bodies to set up the or promote the competition, private investment for power allowed, advice to states to separate generation, transmission and distribution with separate corporations. Electricity Act 2003 enacted which distance government from regulations. So, consolidated laws to generation, transmission, and distribution, trading, and use of electricity. So, the general measures required for this is for developing electricity industry, promoting competition, protecting consumer interests, supply of energy or electricity to all areas. So, even rural electrification through biomass was developed in this after this act. Thank you.